Hello and welcome to this first battle report of this new YouTube channel called Stupid and Frenzied. This is a trial video with some crappy armies me and my buddy Frederick played, so please don't take it too seriously, but if you have any comments, please leave them at the bottom. So here is my friend's very beautifully painted wood elves. Starting on the right, there is some war dancers, and then some glade guards, and behind the pillar, a bunch of dryads with a branch right, a bunch of 28, I think, eternal warriors or eternal guards with a lord, some more glade guards, and a whole bunch of cavalry of some kind, whatever they're called. Behind there is a Lore of Life wizard. On this side there are 4 Warhawk riders, some more dryads, and on the hill there is a few more glade guards. Over to my army then, my very unpainted, somewhat proxied army. On the left there are some boar boys with a orc character in there, some supposed to be wolf riders, but they are spiders, so wolf spiders, a mangler squig, boar chariot, 2 units of 20 night goblins with 2 fanatics in them. On this side we have a big unit of night goblins with netters and 5 night goblin characters with great weapon and 2 level 1 shamans. We also have a black orc war boss on a wyvern and 28, I think, black orcs with my black orc BSB and an orc level 2. And on the far right there is another boar chariot and 5 more wolf spiders. So I deployed first and he failed to assist initiative, so I go first. On the left I moved up, as you can see. My leftmost night goblin unit here failed its animosity, and my wyvern, I hung back with my wyvern, trying to wait what the wood elf's player was supposed to do. The rest I moved up, as you can see. So, during magic, I decided to throw Gaze of Mork at one of his units with 4 die, I think, and of course I misfired, cascaded, but my wizard was not sucked into the void, but it killed like 7 black orcs or something. Great start. So over to Wood Elf turn 1. The war dancers moved straight up into the forest, and the rest of the army kind of stuck around, doing nothing in particular. The Hawk Riders decided to move into my Mangler Squig, taking it out of action, but they themselves got destroyed by that thing. That thing is evil if you don't have sheep chaff to remove it with. So, Orcs and Goblin turn 2. I decided not to charge my Black Orcs into the War Dancers, but to try to charge my Lord on Wyvern in there instead, leaving my Black Orcs to countercharge whatever tried to move up the center later on. However, my Black Orc Lord decided to fail his charge. In the center board, my small unit of Night Goblins moved up between the marshes and the fanatics were released onto his cavalry and did one hit through, did some damage, and the other one kind of stuck in between. So, Wood Elf turn 2. He moves his Dryads up a bit, trying to do something. On the right, his War Dancers charged my Wolf Spiders, which I moved up there to block him from charging anything valuable. And in the center, the Eternal Guard, or whatever they're called, moved up slightly. After combat, my wolf spiders were completely destroyed. Unfortunately, the elves overrun a bit too far so that they were out of line of sight from my chariot, unfortunately. Bad play out of me there. So, Orcs and Goblin turn 3. I decided to charge my Black Orc block into the Eternal Guard, hoping to do some damage. Unfortunately, I kind of realized later on that I have blocked my big unit of Night Goblins off from doing much at all, which was a bit dumb. On the other side, I tried to double charge with my Boar Boys and my chariot into the Dryads, and my Boar Boys got in, but my chariot failed. This is after combat. As you can see, the Dryads are very much alive, and my Boar Boys are kind of depleted. Dryads are tough, really tough. On the other side, we did some damage to each other, but we both stuck around. I think I lost. I think perhaps. So Wood Elf turn 3. He charges his Dryads into this flank of my Black Orcs, and he charges his cavalry into my chariot. On the other side, after combat, my Boar Boys are even more depleted, and the Dryads are still very happy. On this side, the Black Orcs held up fairly well. The Dryads fluffed its attack, basically. I think my Wizard died in the challenge this turn. And in Orcs and Goblins turn 4, I charge my Warlord into the side of the Riders, and my smallish unit of Night Goblins clipped the Eternal Guard's front. On this side, my Boar Chariot finally was able to charge the Dryads, doing basically nothing. On this side, my Black Orcs did not do very well this turn. They failed their Leadership 6 rerollable and ran away and got run down by the Dryads. My big scary war boss did nothing against the Wood Elf cavalry, and they destroyed my chariot and reformed. So after combat, we kind of had rules questions. The Eternal Guard were clipping the Night Goblins in the corner, and we was wondering if they were allowed to combat reform so they could be all in the front, as you can see in this picture. We don't know, so if you know, please let me know. Otherwise, in the Wood Elf turn, his War Dancers moved up around, and on this side, more of nothing happened. In this combat, my goblins were completely destroyed, only left 3 of them, but they managed to roll double ones and stuck. Yay them! But in my following turn, the Orcs turn 5, they were destroyed, of course. In that turn, I charged and destroyed the Dryads with all my great weapons from the Night Goblins. They are quite tough, and I need to learn how to use them more aggressively and usefully. On the other side, my chariot ran away, but my single boar character survived. So, the Wood Elf turn 5, it should say. Uh, there happened a few different things. First of all, I had a great plan to stop the regrowth spell on the cavalry, which I then for some reason completely ignored and tried to dispel something else, which was useless. Then my wyvern decided to die, and my boss ran away. And then he died as well. So we decided to end the game there. And of course, the Wood Elves won very, very large, and I played a very, very shitty game. Hope you enjoyed it.